talk about Greensboro. Like in this city, like it's cool. Like, how does it feel like to be like a local celebrity? Like, I mean, and some people might look at that as negative or positive, or whatever. But to be in this place and like everybody knows you, like, and not even just the radio, because you do so much stuff in the community with the sports and everything with the Swarm. Like, how's it? Like, what does Greensboro mean to you?
The title local celebrity took me a while to look at as an accolade.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's like growing up, like just being called local was never a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody
Like they
says,
trying to downplay you.
yeah, you feel me? Like
Right.
you a local, you just a local celebrity. You know what I'm saying? That type vibe, and that really used to mess with me because, of course, I have desires to be on a national scale.
Absolutely.
You know, so from that perspective, it took me a while to just grasp the fact that that was a blessing to be a local celebrity. Like that is an
Right.
accomplishment. There
Absolutely.
aren't but so many local celebrities. So for you to even encompass that accolade is a blessing and a testament to your skill set. And luckily, I'm at that point now when people say, you a local celebrity, like, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate being someone that the city looks at as he reps for the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, when you think of the city, you think, I'm one of the names you think of. Like, I embrace that now. I appreciate that now.
So the flip side to that is, it's almost like when Fantasia did American Idol. So when she's like at the final of the whatever, it's like the whole city rides for you. So so when you made your transition to WildNOut, the whole city, like people was having watch parties because BDaht and Darren was on there. So that's
and Bean.
Yes, and Chico Bean as well. Like, that's the flip side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's dope, like, because I have been on that national stage, and blessed that I'll be back for season 15 next season.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you. I'm very excited about that. But I do go across the country and I am recognized, and that does feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because when people see me outside of the state and outside of the city, and they recognize me and they say, "Oh, you rep for North Carolina," or "You rep," like, I know that I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying? And I feel good giving them a representation of Greensboro. You asked me what's Greensboro to me. Greensboro is always home. Like, I was born in St. Louis, Missouri,
right,
and I moved here when I was around 10. But this has always been home. Greensboro has always been home. This is where I lost my virginity. This is where I got in my first fight. This is where I got locked up the first time. You feel me? Like all
my first.
Yeah, all the things that make you a black man. I had those here in Greensboro. You feel me? But like, it's just dope. This is always home, man. Like, and no matter if I know some people do call me a local celebrity and try to say it as a jab, but I definitely don't take it like that. Like, it's super love, and I'm appreciative.
So let's go back to your audition for WildNOut.
Oh my God, do we have to?
If you
It
like,
sucked. It sucked. I bombed. I super bombed.
Okay.
Super bombed. Oh, you thought I went in my audition and killed and got on the show?
I thought you killed.
Is that what y'all thought happened?
Yeah.
That is the opposite of what happened.
Word up.
Yeah.
Well, walk us through it. How'd it happen?
All right, so my girl Dolly, this is the great thing about going to college. You make relationships with people. And my girl Dolly, she was somebody who, while I was, again, King Kong in Winston-Salem State, she was like my little sister. She moved up to New York and became a personal assistant to Nick Cannon. What are the odds?
Wow.
Nick Cannon is just so happened to be bringing back WildNOut. So they were doing auditions in New York and Atlanta. She talked Nick into stopping in Charlotte so that he could audition me and Bean and whoever else wanted to. But me and Bean, like, we knew her. She really just tossed us a lob. So headed to Charlotte, like, I'm not preparing for an audition. Like, I don't have to audition. This is really formalities in my mind. These are just formalities. Like, once I get up here, I'm going to say, "Hey, Dolly." She going to be like, "Oh, what's up? Yeah, that's him. Sign him up." And I'm going to be on set. That's what I'm thinking is going to go. Bean, on the other hand, is super prepared. Like, he's just super focused, super boom. We get up here. I'm in the green room with everybody. "What's up? Want?" And they call my name. I go in the room, and I swear it might be about this size, this setup. There's a camera right there, and it's executives right there. It's like Nick, Dolly, Now, a couple other execs right here, a couple other people right here, and there's another camera right here and to my left. And they say, "All right, what's your name, and why should you be on WildNOut?" Me. And my arrogance, because again, this is formalities.
I'm BDaht.
I'm BDaht, and this is what I do. That's my response to why you should be on WildNOut, because this is what I do. So I feel the room.
And they looked at you like this.
Just like that. And I feel the room do that, and I'm like, "Oh no, this is a real deal." Yeah. And they say, "Okay, All right, well, let's play one of the games. You know how the game goes. Let's play Let Me Holler. Let's say it's a Wild and Out girl right there. What would you say as funny to make me holler? And I was like, I swear to God, like I'm talking about the biggest brain freeze. And I look at Dolly, and Dolly is getting this big. I mean, she is shrinking because this is BDaht. To her, it's BDaht. He's the funniest dude I know. He hosts everything. Like, I can only imagine what she told them about me. And for me to get in there and suck like a vacuum, it was horrible. It was horrible. So then they said, well, do you do any impersonations? So I'm like, yeah, I do this character called Little Prison where he been locked up and he'd be like, and in prison. And they look at me like,
Are you
what
serious?
what? And I'm like, and they're like, all right, well, thank you for your time. And we'll be in touch.
No.
Bro. So I'm like, all right. And I'm walking out the door. And as I'm walking out, Bean is walking in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I close the door. And before the door closes all the way, I hear the room just erupting in laughter. Like Bean, whatever the first words out his mouth were
He's
just the
my favorite.
funniest thing. Oh, Bean is,
He's
he's
my
my favorite. He's my favorite
I was so
comedian
mad
on the
when
planet.
he came down here and he wasn't with the WildNOut cast.
Oh, man.
I was like,
he is like,
I
Bean,
want my money back.
He's such a professional, though. Like, he is, like, awesome. Like, y'all got to get Bean on this show.
Okay.
I'll try to make that happen, for real.
Thank you.
He
Thank
stays
you.
right in Winston, like, for real.
man.
Like, he literally still lives in, well, he lives in Kernersville now. He just got a new house, but he's definitely here
thank
all the
you.
time. He's at
Thank
the
you.
mall all the time. I'll make that happen.
Thank you.
But he can tell you his version of this story because he's killing. So after we get in the car, that's my ride. I rode up there with him. So on the way back, he's on the phone like, yeah, I killed. And I'm on the phone with my girlfriend, now wife, and I'm on the phone with her like, baby, it was the worst situation ever. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, baby, like, I just know. Like, I'm talking about tears. The only reason I did not cry is because Bean was in the car with me. Like, it was the worst situation ever. And Bean, of course, goes on and gets on the show first season. And we had been doing a show called the Freestyle Funny Comedy Show at that time. And it was me, Bean, Brand, and Drankins. And we did stand-up and improv. So while Bean was up there on set, he would hit me up every day like, bro, I don't know what happened in that audition, but this is all we do. Like, this ain't nothing but FFCS, bro. You have to audition next year. And I was like, I'm definitely going to audition next year. So
What didn't kill your spirit and your pride?
I don't know. I don't know. I've just always had that. I don't know, man. Like, my wife asks me that all the time. Like, she'll compliment me in the idea that I just love how, like, no matter how many doors close in your face, you still keep your head up and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is. I do, and I just enjoy what I'm doing, and I know that I'm an entertaining dude. Like, I just have to figure out what platform is best suited for my talent level at that time. You see what I'm saying? And the next year, I just knew that I wasn't. So the next year they had auditions in California. It was no more treating me in Charlotte and all of this. So DJ MC had one of his best friends lived in California. So I bought me a one-way ticket. I told my wife, I said, I'm buying a one-way ticket and I'm not coming back. I'm not going to book my return flight because I know I'm going to be there longer than just a day or 2 days. Like, I'm going to be there until this whole thing is over. And she was like, bet. So I got a one-way ticket. I flew out to California. They had the auditions. I remember going up in there and I was waiting. I was super nervous. And I remember the last time I wasn't nervous because I was just confident that I didn't have to do it, but I was super, super nervous, like bowels moving nervous. And Nick walks by me. And when he walked by me, he recognized me. He was like, oh, he's like, you back? And I was like, yeah,
Not
I'm
like
back.
that.
Yeah.
Not the Nick jerk.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm back. Absolutely. And I went up in that room, man, and I fried everybody. Like, I was so much more prepared. I already knew what jokes I wanted to do. I just had to fit them into certain situations. Like, and everybody just got super fried. And it was just like, they was like, yeah, you definitely made it, bro. You're definitely here. And I remember calling my wife and just telling her, and she was so excited, man. And that was the best season ever because that was my first season. It was 2014. I went up there in January for they have little classes, workshops where you get to meet the rest of the cast and y'all work on jokes and all that. That was like the second week in January. We were up there for 2 weeks. I flew back down here, got married.
It was in California?
No, this was when we were doing it in New York.
In New York.
We were in New York. So we were in New York. I was there for 2 weeks. I came down. I got married. After the marriage, I flew back up the next day and then shot like 5-6 episodes of WildNOut.
Wow.
And it was amazing.
The story
man.
was meant for you. It was meant for you.
Absolutely.